And then he watched this actor's face crack. Because you didn't need more high notes. One of the times I did Sweeney Todd, and I've done Sweeney Todd, I think, like 8 times. One of the times that Stephen was in attendance, we were in a tech rehearsal. There was a moment in the show where one of the actors put a high note in the end of their song. Stephen got on the God mic, click. Stephen said their name. They leaned forward and went, yes. And then he said, that's not what I wrote. That's not what I wrote. Lord have mercy. I happened to be sitting in the audience when that happened because I have a habit of doing that. And clearly, that's how I get all the great tea. And then God mic clicked off. You could see him running from the tech table to the stage, ran up the past stairs to get on stage, and grabbed the actor by the hand and said, and you could hear everything that was being said because their mic was here and they were having a conversation and the mic was still on and the sound guy didn't turn it on. And so we could hear Stephen Sondheim was very kind and he says, I realize how that sounded. What I meant to say was, I didn't write it that way for a reason. I didn't put a high note in that moment because it's transitional. This is not the end of the scene, because he wanted the thought from that character to continue to the next thing. And so if the high note was in, it meant it was a period to the sentence, and he didn't think of it that way. He thought of that a high note there being the end of the thought, and it wasn't the end of the thought for him. So he explained that to this actor, who took it in with such grace and such poise and said, I understand. Thank you for telling me that. I didn't realize that. And he said, no, I understand that you didn't understand that. And to be honest, that was a gratuitous high note because you didn't need more high notes. Nobody in that show needed more high notes. We had plenty.